Hello, footies, and welcome back to yet another episode of FUT in Review, episode 731. My name is John, and I'll be your host today. Tonight, we'll be talking about the road to the final. The knockout stages are actually started, but the promo is now here. We also take, of course, a look at the team. We discuss the top 5 of this week. And best thing is, I'm not doing that alone. I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, wearing wonderful blue. His team is top of the league, I've heard. He's already smiling from ear to ear. It's none other than John Kirkham. Welcome back, John.
Welcome, John. Thank you for having me. I'm saying welcome, but yeah, thank you for having me. It's great to be
thank
back
you for
on
welcoming me on my own show.
Yeah. Welcome to your own show. No, it's great to be back on the podcast. Thoroughly enjoy it when we're on. And let's look forward to a wee bit of discussion around FC26 content, and I'll take it from there.
Yeah, well, let's take it from there. All right, how have you been? Because it's been a while since you've been on the show. Since we went to once a week, we have to be very careful scheduling in the roster, so to speak. Which means you just plan every Friday you head off.
not quite, actually, because we're top of the league. We've had quite a few Friday night footballs, so it's like, sorry, I can't. I'm watching the game, or I'm going to the game. No, been fine. Everything's good. Still playing the FC26. Still haven't done much in the way of champs. I've only entered 2 champs entire game. Both of those were 6 wins in and out very quickly. My rivals I could probably push myself a lot more. I go on some quite streaks, and then you know what I'm like, John. I start playing my sloppy, casual FIFA FC, and therefore I'm at the high end of 5. If I'm really focused, I could go to 4. Do I want to go to 4? Don't really know. So I get my wins and I get out. Obviously, I do get the odd loss, like I beat somebody 4-0, beat somebody 5-1. I played somebody that was way better than me and he destroyed me 8-2, and it could have been 82. It was like that. So I was like, okay, I'll take 8-2. You know, so there's things like that. But yeah, fine. And playing a lot of the live tournaments, John. Can't remember, it's the golden goal type one, but it's first to 3, really short halves, really good for getting evolutions done in there. The rewards are really quick. So yeah, plodding away and enjoying it. What about yourself? Have you played much?
You're also wearing the Creed top. Does that mean I can see you in the Greek sunshine in a month from now as well?
Absolutely. Me and my beautiful wife Susan are en route, or not en route, planned. We've got our tickets.
Probably something en route already. Just walking here.
Yeah. No, looking forward to it. Got my Mythos beer in hand. But yeah, it's not really looking forward to it. We're just quite excited to catch up with everybody again, and hopefully the weather has been great the last time we were there. Hopefully it'll be great again this time.
Company will be great, football will be great, and weather is something we can't do anything about, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Usually it's very good, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, last time we went on a boat and actually sunbathing on a boat in the middle of the sea in May. So if we can do that, that's
absolutely
good. We had snow yesterday here, by the way, so in the Netherlands. So at the end of March, still snowing. So it's a weird year. I've been good. I've been, my hand is getting better and my arm is getting better, which means I actually have been playing some games this week regularly. Not high intensity online matches, so to speak.
Would that be those dreaded squad battles, John?
Yes, I won't deny it either. So I have been playing squad battles on like world class. And to be fair, I had to adjust a couple of times. Like the first couple of days, it was a little bit rusty. And I thought like, I can't even beat world class anymore. What's happened to me? Well, it's getting there. Tried some new formations, shooting the players a little bit. I am, however, very rusty, I'm noticing. Like I've done some competitive games. I am, for some reason, I'm still in Div 4, I think. I played some games there, but it's the high intensity matches just go a little bit too fast though for my hand. And nevertheless, I didn't like. I got some wins and got some losses in, but just decent matches. But it's frustrating when you know you can do better, but you actually
But
physically can't
you
get
have
there.
a physical issue at the moment, yeah.
Like, let me switch to nope, hand doesn't work. Okay, then I'm too late. Which is pretty frustrating. So I'll keep it to squad battles at least for a week more. But I'm actually enjoying squad battles because it's good to play consistent FUT again. That makes sense.
Yes, because you've missed it.
I definitely missed like consistently playing. I'm playing a match here and there, right? But as you know, I'm a pretty competitive guy at times,
I know,
especially in FUT.
So he beat me in the semi-final last time. So
yeah, I didn't celebrate though. If that makes you feel any better.
No.
But I understood, and I think it's frustrating when you can see what's happening, or you want to do something, but you just can't pull it off physically, and then it gets frustrating. So that's why I'm trying to stay away from that level yet. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then it starts to bug me and annoy me to play.
But I would also say as well, John, I can't remember when it was, but there was a patch a while back where they tweaked the level of AI difficulty. So normally you need 5 goals to get your maximum points when you play the AI. But at world class and above, you only need to win by 3 goals to get the maximum points because they tweaked the AI difficulty up.
Oh, and then I probably got maximum points, honestly. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's not like I can play all the matches.
No, of course. You're not playing 18.
Well, I actually might have done that this week. Then I played 3 a day, so 5 days in, 15. I should probably make 18 tomorrow.
Because it's 16 in the round robin, and then it's the 2 bonus ones at the top. So
yeah. I think I guess the round robins are left 2 or 3 then.
All right, cool.
But yeah, it's good. It's good to be back. I'm not looking forward to the tournament in Crete though. I might just do the analysis there, or just vlogging, or make content, or do coaching.
If I want any chance of winning, please don't play. But yes, please play.
One-handed, eh? So
we need to bring in a handicap system, John, where you start with a -3 or 4 goals, and Hayden won it last year, so he starts with -2 in every game. I'm in the over 50 club, so I get a +2. I think we should do something like that.
I'll be soon going into the over 40 club, so let's see what benefits that gives me. That beside though, I think it's time, John, we start talking content, shall we?
Absolutely.
All right. So first half, road to the final is back. John, we have 3 teams.
Yes.
But my first question would be very negative, so I'm trying to reframe that question now. How much do you care about this promotion?
Not at all. Sorry, that's not fair. I'm Scottish.
Seriously, I would have noticed that though.
There are no Scottish players. There are no Scottish clubs. So there is nothing from my footballing league. And I'm saying I don't, that's a lie. If I could pull the Salah, Mbappe, Musiala, Rashford, you'd be delighted. But that's like buying a lottery ticket and hoping to win 48 million on the Euro Millions tonight. It's probably not going to happen.
That's the problem with this promo, eh?
Yeah, so some great cards, absolutely great cards. Somebody will pull them. That's the way it works. But odds of it being you, very slim.
You know what? There are like the first promotion. None of these cards can be upgraded anymore, right?
Correct. The one that's previous, that's done, done and dusted.
And what I liked about like the concept on its own is like at the start of the year, give every team, make it a 3-week promo for like give every team that's in Europe 1 player, right? That will grow throughout the year. If they make it, they make it. If they don't make it, they'll just stop growing.
Yeah.
Then you don't need this specific promotion, and it'll make the cards be worth something throughout the year, or just collapse if they drop off, right?
Yeah.
But those cards would be like truly alive. That makes sense. And then and promotions in this, you put in evolutions for those cards. For example, hey, if you have one of those Champions League cards for clubs that didn't get through, this evolution is for you with one of those cards. I think that could be a way cooler concept. 3 teams here. I think the cards, we can put them on screen and we can share them, whatever. But of course, we have like the Mbappe's not available on the market, worth 15 million. We got them Mo Salah's 6 million, the Doué 7 million. And it will jump around a little bit. These are nice cards to have if you pull them. But we also have the Araujo's from Sporting, worth 30k. Nice, but already on the par, I think. The Molinas. These cards are nice, but how much can you care if it's not your club?
I think that's it. Potentially, your nation, as we may head towards some sort of nations around the World Cup time. And certainly,
let me check all Dutch players then, or all the Scottish players. Oh, yeah, we've got one Dutch player. And no Scottish players, so yeah.
No, and that's just unfortunate. Scottish clubs don't progress very well in Europe, so haven't done for quite a while.
Well, we got an Irish player, so does it mean?
Yes, because he's linked to that famous club. He's Real Kamara.
Yeah. so there's that, but no, and that's my issue with this promotion. The female team, there's a couple of cool cards there. I think you mentioned Bull before we start recording, left midfielder. 91 pace, 91 shots, 19 passing, 19 dribbling, and 5-star weak foot. Looks quite alright. How do the card get upgraded, John?
If I'm absolutely honest, John, I haven't actually had a quick look at that. So here we go. Win or draw the quarter-final game, they'll get one play style.
Mm-hmm.
For the ladies, qualify for the semi-final, they will get one skill move or weak foot. Win or draw a semi-final game, they'll get a +1 overall. If they qualify for the final, they'll get another playstyle plus. And if they win the final, they'll get a +1 overall or a 96 overall and 5-star skill moves or 5-star weak foot.
Yeah, basically giving them 5-star, 5-star, 96 rated at the end.
Yeah.
If they're at the final. That's decent. And I think the finals isn't that far off. Like it's at halfway May, usually.
Yeah.
And something.
And it'll be a little bit shorter, I think. And I'd have to double check the dates because also we've got the World Cup coming, so everything's a bit tighter this season.
Oh, yeah, that's of course true as well. I think Champions League finals are May the 30th, actually. Yeah, pretty sure. So that's in about 7-8 weeks from recording today. I think that's decent. Are you enticed to buy packs, John, with these cards in packs now? Or you said you don't care about the promotion too much, but we all know we're going to put my Starvelds and Yates, right?
Yeah, my pack, can't get that one right. Pack buying days for FC26 are over. There's not that long left, as we talked about. We're in Crete shortly. So there's a couple of weeks where we'll not be actively, because we'll be doing our own thing, so we'll not be actively playing Ultimate Team. World Cup's around the corner. I'm happy to just see what I get. My team's actually in quite a good place. I think Foot Birthday, love it or hate it, making it has produced a lot of good players for a lot of people. We're all using the same play styles, but it has produced a lot of good players for a lot of people. So I would turn around and say, like you said, there are those key cards, Mbappe, but I'm not going to spend 40, 50, 60 pounds on some packs in the hope that I get Kylian Mbappe when, as you said, I'm going to get Parrot.
Yeah.
That's the odds. It's just an odds game. We don't gamble. It's like a Kinder. We know exactly what we're getting, but you don't want what you're getting. You want better. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I know if you look at the men's team, I think most cards in that team are actually pretty good.
Yeah,
and would be worth backing, right? But if you look at the Europa League team and the Conference League, I think it is a team.
Yeah. One.
Yeah. So those cards are average and maximum 1.7 in total, 1.7 million if you all combine them. And I think the average price of these cards are 20,000. And those are the packs you probably back because the net back weight is just as much as likely getting one of those than one of those others. So
absolutely,
I think this is one of those promos where.
Sorry, John.
No, that's all right. I think this is one of those promos where there's too many special cards in pack, and too little chance to pack actually anything.
Yeah, and at that stage, I mean, there are two Nottingham Forest players, there are two Crystal Palace players, there's two Bologna players, so there must be two AZ Alkmaar, is there? Oh, there is. There's one on the bench, Coop Miners. So it's, if you are a Bologna player or is it Bologna? I'm looking at the badge. It could be, yeah, it's Bologna. It's one of those Crystal Palace. If you're a Crystal Palace fan, great, you'll be getting both of those players for quite good, decent money, and that'll be part of your past and present team, and you'll be very happy that you can improve it like that.
Yeah,
but that's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're you get Dallinga and you get Bernadeschi for not even 200,000 in total, with a chance they might get upgraded. If it's your team, that's actually cool. If it's not your team, I can't see this promotion doing much, dipping the skills or changing much. Is there an issue, and Neil says in chat, is there an issue that it's most of the same teams year in year out? But I think that's inherent to the competition itself, right?
Well, yes, there's twofold to that. So yes, as you just said, it's at this stage it is the teams that are there. So a lot of the other teams have fallen by the wayside. But the second thing is when they put people in. So I'll butcher somebody's pronunciation here, John, right? But take Starfelt, right? Celta Vigo.
Yeah,
people will go, he doesn't play for a big club. I know he played for Celtic in the past, so maybe somebody will want him for past and present, right? But he's not a nation that is a big nation. No disrespect to Sweden, like Scotland. He's not playing at one of the big, massive clubs. He's not got that prestige or heritage of he's got 5 Champions League titles and he's won 2 World Cups. He doesn't have that up-and-coming youngster that Dewey has that plays at PSG. So when those cards are the big cards, say he was 93 rated, people were a bit like, who's he and why? Why don't we get Mbappe?
Yeah.
You give them Mbappe, then people go, it's the same faces all the time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's what we didn't have the last 2 weeks when you baked your own players, right? And this is old-fashioned. Let's put I think this promotion, the cards are fine. I think the card design is still excellent.
Yeah.
I like the fact they put 2 in for each team in the Europa Leagues and then Conference League teams. I like the selection of female players. I guess there's no other choice to give them the team from the male players, the Champions League players, but it feels a bit stale, this promotion.
Yes, but on that, John, just as you said, there's 2. So there are, let me get this right, 2 PSG players, 2 Real Madrid, 2 Atletico Madrids, 2 Liverpool, right? But there's only 1 Sporting player.
Yeah.
So that, unless there's going to be another one as an SBC, it's almost like follow your own rules. 2s. There's a 1 there.
Yeah.
I've only just spotted that. So
yeah, that's true. Talk about SBCs though. We did get some SBCs. That might be worth investing in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, might be.
Yeah.
Right, so
let's talk about it. Let's start with the first one. Eze.
So, highly talented. Arsenal were top of the league. Really got a good chance of going deeper in Europe. He's obviously one of the English players at the minute that's very popular. I think you'll see him in a lot of clubs, a lot of squads. He's only 331,000.
It's funny though, because it got 2 89 rated squads, but 90 rated players cost 9,000 coins.
Yeah, and that. So, but for me, looking at all the cams I have, would I do them? I personally wouldn't,
No.
because it's 4-star, 5-star, so it's not 5-5. And Foot Birthday was littered with 5-5s. Yes, he can upgrade. He could go to 96. He could go to 5-5. I'm just sitting here with several cams that are 89, 90 rated, waiting for an Evo. I'm sitting with cams that are 91 and 92 rated in my squad. Probably asking the wrong person because I'm Scottish and I don't really follow the English Premier League. well, I don't. It's what I go and watch on a Saturday or a Friday night isn't what these guys are watching. So,
no, I guess this one is probably worth the coins, but as we spoke about power curves a lot this week, there's two sides of the coin on a power curve. At start, they say we're going to slightly boost the power curve, and we're going to be gentle with it, which hasn't been the case lately, to be fair. But this one goes back to that old skill, and it's a decent card worth the money, probably, yes, especially when it's there. But it will need a couple of upgrades to be in the team if you've done any other promo before this, the last 4 weeks, for the thing. That feels a bit weird. So
I suppose it's the fact he can be upgraded, John, makes him...
He needs to be upgraded to be able to... Like if you did the Cruyff SBC last week, or you baked any player into a 5-star superstar last couple of weeks, or you packed anyone good from FUT Birthday, this card's obsolete. Even with an upgrade, he might just barely scratch it.
Yeah, I think possibly is it also the playstyle like Technical Plus. I don't have many people use that effectively.
Can we just safely say, maybe it's just a presumption for me, but can we safely say that this promo comes in too late? One, because the phase is already started. Two, because we already had Birthday and the baked promo. And it's not called baked promo. I know that before people start commenting.
For birthday, you're baking your birthday cake, yeah.
This promo comes too late in the cycle to be interesting for anyone not having a team affiliated.
Yeah, if you're not club affiliated, there's not enough great. There are great players. We just talked about that, but yeah. I think Aziz, if you're an Arsenal or an England player, you're probably must doing. If you're not an Arsenal or England player, it's a maybe do.
Yeah, but even must do, I don't think.
If you're an Arsenal player, if you're an Arsenal fan, you're doing it, John.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Okay, that is true.
Or you're building an England team, you're probably also doing it.
Yeah, but you also probably have a lot of options already in the last couple of weeks.
Jude Bellingham.
How many camps do you need in your team? Of course, yes, strike and left wing. I think it's a decent SBC, but I find the whole promo, the more we start talking about it, the more I'm like, this promo comes in too late at the cycle to be worth it, or the card should be boosted more according to what we just had.
Yeah, definitely. And going back to when you started this whole conversation, John, is we used to have that, your live cards at the very start went all the way to the final. Because I remember I had the Chelsea left back that was Spanish. I've forgotten his name.
Aspilicueta?
No, he was a left back.
Oh.
And he ended up at 91 or 92 rated when they lifted the trophy. But he was my left back. He played about 600 games because he was around that level, 84, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, and he just...
Yeah, but that was pretty cool, honestly.
That was brilliant. That's how it should be. But,
yeah, I think this is a promo if you bring it out at the start of the year, which they usually do right away, right? And make them scalable throughout the year, or either upgradable through evolutions. If your team doesn't make it, that promo will get lots more hype at the start of the year. It will be probably worth investing in, because if you pack something, it will be something that could last all year with a bit of luck. And then this promotion about now could be give them good SBCs or do something else with it. Yeah. And it doesn't fit the whole summer of football national thing either, international teams either, I think.
Yeah.
I would give it I'd give this promo a 2 out of 10, if I'm quite honest, if I'm going to be straight. Like, it's not bad. It's not as bad as a 2 out of 10 would make it seem, but it's just out of place, out of time, and not much relevancy to it.
I would probably give it slightly higher, only because there are some players you would love to pack and play with.
Yes, but it's not a promotion where you're going to spend hours and hours like they did the last couple of weeks grinding packs or upgrading SBCs, giving you an option to actually pack them.
Yeah.
Right? So, it's... let us know what you think. Maybe I'm being too harsh with a 2 out of 10, starting realizing, but I could go 4 out of 10.
I think that's more like it, John. 4.
I'll go 2 out of 5. What do you think about that?
One last player, John, as an SBC. What did you think of the Iniesta card?
Oh, of course, we should mention Iniesta, because that is, of course, a legend not only in the game but in real life. and I'll just quickly search him. But the card looks good.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's a 4-star, right?
Yeah.
Same issue, probably. It's 600,000. So I think that's
I think
right.
it's a little bit because, as we know, this is release day, guys, so prices will probably drop for most players as we move through the week.
Yeah, but I think this is like a 500k SBC in the end, which I'm fine.
Doesn't upgrade from the look of it. This is his flat. He's just 4-star.
Good card, nevertheless. Tiki-taka inside. He's got the right play styles.
Where would you play him, John? Cam, centre midfield?
Yeah, normally I'd say centre midfield. But because I think 87 shooting is just way too low at this stage of the game.
Yeah, but his defence is also quite low for the central midfield.
Yeah, he always reminds me of the Pirlo cards, this one.
Yeah.
Like, you give him the ball, he starts dribbling. Like Frenkie de Jong, Pirlo, Vitinha, Iniesta are probably cards that if you play a flat 4-4-2 or 4-5-1, give him the ball, he just passes around. And I think if you use him in that role, this card could be cool. But I do feel then the 5-star weak foot, or the 4-star weak foot in this case, 5-star weak foot is actually a must around this time of year for one of those cards.
Yeah.
So if I can be, it looks great. I think value's there. But I do feel, again, the power curve is higher currently than this card shows. And I don't think it should be worth investing in.
I agree.
Oh, that's not very interesting for a podcast. Agreeing on everything I say. John, before we go into our halftime top 5, right?
Yes.
Because I do think it's time we close this segment. I wanted to see if we can make funny stories about football. Right?
Okay, let's try.
So I heard 2 insane stories this week in real life football, which I just wanted to mention. Have you ever had the fact happen that one of your top players goes to your arch enemy?
Like physically?
Yes. Like he goes from, let's say a player goes from Celtic to Rangers.
Yes, it happens more than, it definitely has. So Celtic and Rangers have done that before. Mo Johnston back in the day from a Rangers Celtic thing. St Johnstone, we have a sort of rival club. They don't call us rivals, by the way, but our rival club is Dundee Football Club, not Dundee United, but Dundee Football Club. To them, we're not a rival, even though we live in their head rent-free. But we have had some Dundee players and they've had some St Johnstone players, and while they play for you, it's not a problem. When they play for the other team.
Exactly. So, you know Steven Berghuis, who went from Feyenoord captain to going to Ajax?
Yes.
Because he went to Ajax because he wanted to win prizes. And afterwards, of course, they've not won anything anymore at Ajax and finally won the league twice. But hey, that's
you're not gloating, John. You're not gloating.
No, but it's very I can say it's very friendly that he's not very liked by the Feyenoord fans these days. Well, where am I going with this story, John? You know, at the start of the year or at the end of January, actually, at Feyenoord, they give a New Year's reception where they invite former players, sponsors, etc., just to give a chat. And Feyenoord has been pretty poor inviting Feyenoord legends. So they made a new sort of organization in the club itself. It's called Feyenoord Legends. It's actually called Feyenoord Legends, to see if they can get the players in and give them a spotlight, visit them on their birthdays, even when they're like 19 years old. Just give them a highlight. And they went pretty far this year, and they didn't read up properly. So they invited Steven Berghuis to the Feyenoord New Year's reception.
Okay. Did he attend?
He didn't come. Okay. But if you're talking about mistakes, that would make some cinema if he actually come. So that was the first story I read this week. Was like, okay, it's a good thing he didn't come, but you can't invite him. He's still playing. He's actually an active player as well, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being Steven Berghuis getting a post message from Feyenoord, opening it up with your teammates at Ajax, saying, "Oh, I can come to the Feyenoord New Year's reception." I found that really weird. But hey, weirder things happen because even big clubs make mistakes. We always say, how can EA make these mistakes? They're $1 million company or whatever, right? Real Madrid made a little mistake this week.
What have you done this time?
Don't know if you heard a story about Mbappe. He has I don't know how you call it, alignment issue with his knee for a couple of weeks. Now he's truly injured, and he had the knee checked out a couple of times. But they didn't find anything until this week. You know why?
Why?
Because when they made the photos of his knee, they checked the wrong knee. So he's now injured, and he's been playing with a injured knee for a couple of weeks now, at least for 3 matches, because they checked out the wrong knee. And that is the biggest club in football, some would say, with a near unlimited budget. Don't know the difference between the left or right knee.
So it's not just the EA that messes up.
No, yeah. Mistakes happen.
It's real life everywhere. I don't want to call out too much, but there's a really big sports television company out there that's across Europe, mostly Premier League focused, but they've got a big history of bloopers in the Scottish game of incorrect badges, incorrect players, all sorts of stuff. Don't get it wrong much in the Premier League. When it comes to the Scottish League, you could expect a blip every month.
If you're listening to this and you're like, hey, I know a cool football story or a funny mistake, something somewhere happened, let us know. Of course, I follow Feyenoord, and I read that story from Madrid on the newspaper. But I think it's good to laugh at someone else's mistake time and time as well.
Just shows everybody's real.
That is also, of course, definitely true. John, it's time for top 5, and I actually made an intro for that.
Let's go.
Top 5. John, top 5 this week. The idea of the top 5 is I'm going to give you 5 certain things. You're going to rank them 1 to 5, 1 being the best and 5 being the worst. The thing is, you don't know what's coming. And once you place them in a position, you can't change that anymore.
Locked in.
Locked in. We are talking about the top 5 iconic teams to win the Champions League this week, fitting with the promotion.
Are we saying Champions League? Or
we are saying Champions League with no European Cup.
Oh, come
because
on.
There's people under 40 also listening to this. So, John, are you ready for this?
I am indeed.
All right, let's start with the Real Madrid BBC era. 4 in total they won. 1 to 5. Okay, so Real Madrid goes to 2. All right. Then we have the Man United Rooney Tevez Ronaldo 2008 Champions League win.
4.
Oh. You're already playing this much smarter than most people do, honestly.
Yes.
All right. Then we have Inter Milan's Mourinho team 2010. You got number 2 and number 4 locked in.
3.
Oh. So you got Real Madrid at 2. You get Inter at 3. And now we have the Barcelona Guardiola, the 2 titles with Messi and Xavi, you name it.
Don't go with 1.
Oh. And here
fun.
And then number 1 we have Celtic now. Ajax 1997 golden era. Won everything there was to win. With Van Gaal.
But how many Champions Leagues did they win, John?
They won 1 Champions League and a World Cup in the same year.
So that's
Unbeaten
5.
though. Unbeaten though.
But we're only talking Champions League, so slots to 5.
Slots to 5. I don't mind that too much though. I could have cheated you into saying Ajax, getting Ajax at first. But Neil makes these lists for me. And he insisted to keep Ajax on this list. Because he says I should have had AC Milan on there. But I went for Inter for Grim.
Right.
Like, no, you can delete the Ajax. I'll just put in AC Milan. I think that's fair. It's like, no, I'm going to keep Ajax in. So I had to make sure you put Ajax at 5 and you did well, my friend.
There you go. You slip me that £5 later.
No. So the top 5 iconic teams to win the Champions League, according to John, I should say. Number 1 is Barcelona Guardiola. Number 2 is Real Madrid. Number 3 is Inter Milan. Number 4 is the Man United under Rooney, Davis, and Ronaldo. Going to get a lot of hate for that, I think, as well, John. But hey, number 5, unfortunately, is the Ajax van Van Gaal in 1997.
But there is a caveat: they're locked in. We can't move them. So there we go.
Oh, I think you played this well, my friends. You played this well. Thank you so much for having that one go reasonably well. I still get a lot of hate for putting the Argentina kit at 5.
I know,
but almost every show, people comment underneath the show, you are Dutch and you put Argentina on 5. How could you do this?
Because it's a beautiful kit. And when Maradona wore it and he scored that hand, anyway.
Yeah, beep. The whistle goes. I want to talk in the second half of tonight's show about the World Cup. Of course, playoffs are now underway. We have I always hated in an international week with practice matches, exhibition matches, I should say.
Friendlies, they're called, John. Friendlies.
I'm still old school. I call them exhibition matches, but yeah, friendlies. Which I think still friendlies is a weird name for it, because if you want to be friendly, you don't have to travel all across the world to do something friendly. Play a match of FIFA if you really want. But hey, there's that. So that means for Feyenoord, everyone's flying across the world, getting injured everywhere, playing for teams that might not even play in the World Cup. So I hate these weekends. But what do you think? The kits are released this week. Do you think we get something special? We had the question, will EA put in a expansion as well this year, or a new game even with the World Cup? I don't think they can, John, because of licenses. But what about you?
Yeah, I don't think they can because of licenses, but I think they can certainly run a nations tournament as long as they don't use the words World Cup. Don't use Cup. Don't use World. I definitely think they'll just...
International trophy.
Yes, tournament. Something like that. Merseyside Blue versus Merseyside Red.
Exactly.
So I definitely think they've got to have something, John. I don't think they'll just go straight from team of the season to team into like footies. Not with that competition on. So I definitely think they'll do something. Not sure what, but yeah, there'll definitely be something around nations. It might just be live tournaments, but there'll certainly not be a standalone game, and they definitely will do something around.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be incorporated in FUT, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a certainty. Do you think we might get country or one nation champions weekends? Or is that me just dreaming of old days?
That's old days, I think. They may do, but I think it's more likely to be minimum 6 players, something like that. Unless they're going to tell you weeks in advance, because...
Make it.
Let's be honest, John, right? Let's say Poland qualify, right? Art will be delighted. We're off to the World Cup, and there's a competition to play with 11 Polish players.
I meant international players, just one nationality for the team.
Yes,
so
right.
If Art decides to play with a full Brazil team, he could just use his full Brazil team.
Yeah, they might do that. Yes, they might do that.
Because I don't think it's going to be really easy to make a full Curaçao team either. And they're also playing the World Cup. So that would be nasty. That would be nasty, Joel.
But I think there will be rewards where there is, even in maybe squad battles, play with 6 USA players, score in 10 consecutive games with a Polish player. I think there'll be those sort of objectives that you already get. I think those objectives will sit with some of the outlying nations. But I think, if you may get like a whole one nation, because I've done that before in some of the friendly modes.
General question: are you actually hyped for the World Cup? You're Scottish.
Absolutely, we've not been there for a long time, so really excited. Maybe it's my pessimistic side. Really nervous. It's like I've got Morocco, John. I've got Brazil, so it's like.
I wouldn't worry too much about Morocco when it's fun to play the Africa Cup, though.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not go into that bag of worms. No, dead excited. I'll obviously be sitting up. We've got no good times. I think like England's got 9 UK times, 9 o'clock kickoffs. We've got, I think, midnight and 2 p.m. till
same
2
here.
a.m.s.
Yeah.
So, but I will set up, if we go to that last game in Brazil, needing a point, even a win to qualify, I'll be sitting up at 2 o'clock in the morning. They've actually opened, sidetracking, Scottish licensing laws are quite challenging here because historically we've not been very good with alcohol. But all
you say
the
that so nicely.
well, it's true. And the relationship's a bit mixed. However, we're getting better, and the government passed.
Drinking meatballs on the side, doing a podcast, but yeah, you're getting better. Yeah.
Man, this is creepier from the creep, right? But where I stay, Perth, the council have allowed all the bars to stay open for 30 minutes after the game finishes, so you can go down to the pub at 2 o'clock in the morning, have a drink, watch the game, have some food, and stay in the pub till 30 minutes after the game finishes. So
that's good though.
So I think it's really good.
And then straight on to work after. I don't know. I'm not feeling it, mate. Yeah. I'm not feeling the World Championship yet.
Why not?
I don't know. It's because I don't want to get political, but I'm seeing a lot of fans getting difficult getting in. I think World Cup should be available for the fans, right? The thing we remember World Cup is when an Orange Legion marches in the city.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard this year. And not only for the Dutchies, but for many other countries as well. I think there's, I don't know, it's at times, but of course, international times. I mean, that happens, but it's also, it's played during the heat of the summer. Playing again in 40-degree stadium in the middle of Texas, stuff like that. I don't think it will see, and I don't like I'm happy for you guys that you play the World Cup, right? I find it fun for Curacao, for example, as well, Suriname. But it's those. Normally, I watch every single match in the World Cup. If I do that now, I won't even have time to get breakfast in. There's so many matches in the first rounds, and I don't think the football will get much better from it either. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Until this could be one of those tournaments which starts playing out as previous European tournaments where the group stage will just be okay. Well, could have also written. It's just
boring. No. Don't want to lose.
Yeah, well, you get your 3 points, and you're done. You should be good for the rest, and play a reserve team in. These are the matches where I'm afraid of what will happen is it's going to be 2 a.m. when you watch a match here or 3 a.m. here, right? You start a match and you're looking at your C squad because you're already through or very likely to get through, and you're playing again in a week or so. So who cares?
I suppose that's the difference, though, John, from being a Netherlands supporter with that history and
not necessarily. I get what you're saying, but not necessarily Netherlands alone, right? If you see some of these group stages. Some of these groups are already it's going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. But you look at ours, I think it's Haiti, Morocco, and Brazil. Like, we can't be putting out a reserve team to any of those games.
No, but Brazil could.
Yes,
giving you exactly. A slight hope as well. So,
yes, and please do.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just also because it's still early, right?
I was going to say, I think
it's still not done. We're talking about international football. We got a lot of weird international matches this weekend, which I like playing Norway if it actually it's Netherlands-Norway, which normally would be a nice match.
I like the score though.
I have no idea, but it also, but it's also Haaland isn't playing because of injuries. Netherlands playing half a team because everyone's injured or unfit to travel. What am I looking at? Why would?
But that is what friendlies always are, isn't it? Friendlies are meant to be bit of fitness or gel and team bonding.
Yeah, but fitness don't make sense.
I suppose because you're still in season, right? So
exactly.
So you're probably more about trying to gel the team, trying to have a final look at some of your fringe players about who will make the final squad and who won't. Let's be honest. Who's your Van Dijk? If he's fit, he's making the squad, John. He's not a fringe player, but he'll be looking at other players thinking, right, who out of those 3 am I taking? Who are the 2 that are unlucky? That's what the friendlies are at this stage of the season.
Yeah, but it's in the time where the teams go in the last stage of the season, right? The important stage. in the big clubs go into the Champions League stages. They're all playing on like 10% strength, trying not to get injured at least. Or what happens if like Feyenoord's Leo Sauer, Slovenia, he's got injured during the friendly match now, or the qualification. I think it's a qualification match for them actually, but like seriously injured, might be out for the rest of the year. Like
that's always been that risk, I think, John. That's always
especially
been there
at the
from
end of the year.
60s,
Just way
70s,
more,
80s, 90s. It's not changed. Probably what has changed is
longer,
the seasons are longer because of, like, we just joked about it. The European Cup was a straight knockout. You were in and out and it was done. Now you've got a 400 game season league thing with, and if you get knocked out with that one, we'll put you into that one. If you get knocked out with that one, we'll put you down again because it's just the cash cow that spins the wheel. That's the problem. It's the season of standard football has been extended so much, money driven. You want to pay somebody £5 million a year. You need to get the money from somewhere, so we'll play more games. But international football's always been there. So it's
yeah, but we also like international football. We also have the E-Nation Cups in between now as well. It's getting longer, harder, and it's like international football. For me, I used to watch every single thing. These days, I watch qualification matches if we're playing Poland, for example. But then we look at the Dutch group phase until like for qualification. It's like, yeah, we play Poland, and that's the one important match, the one we'll probably have to fight for.
Yeah, I suppose it's how you look at it, because, like, again, being a St Johnstone fan, we don't have many international footballers. So when they do play, you are really interested in how that club.
Actually,
it's prestigious.
I'm going to rephrase everything I said. I think that is exactly what international football should feel like, and maybe I'm just spoiled.
Yes,
and I think you might be right.
Absolutely. We look at the results for any St Johnstone player that plays international football, because there are so few of them. You're looking at everything.
Yeah, I find it has 43 selection players, of which 31 or 30 are like internationals now.
All right, then show off.
Yeah, but also like all 30 are injured now. So there's that. We used to be able to do it with 26 players a year, right? So there's also a difference already there. Let me know, though, if you're watching or listening to the show. I want to know if you are already hyped for the upcoming World Championships, or you're a little bit on the fence as I am still. I mean, if it starts, I'm getting the hype in, right? I'll be the first one to buy the new orange kit. Obviously, I always do that. It's just, maybe it's too far off. Maybe it's not a half the qualification session. Like Italy, I'm looking forward to seeing Italy play this week. Hopefully they get through, right? I mean, that's the most exciting thing for me this week.
But there's something that gets you tangible, interested in that game, because it's the nation you follow outside of Holland. You want them to do well. They've struggled for the last few years. So you're watching it with those eyes that I'm watching Scotland with, So.
Yeah, that's. I think those are very good points. All right, let us know if you're already ready or prepared or hyped or don't care at all about the international football coming up, and let us know your ideas about how EA could implement something with the international without being able to use the World Cup mode. I'm still all on board for doing the tournaments, like you said, John, and I'd hopefully they change up Weekend League. You can make a separate Weekend League. You just copy the mode and call it International Weekend League, and where you have to use like one nation in your team. That would be cool. I wouldn't be able to participate. I mean, there's that.
John, you still win more games than you lose.
I wouldn't be able to actually join because my team's a mess. But I still have I still need to use Gold Donnarumma then. I don't think that's so bad. John, we're over into extra time, and we're already 50 minutes in actually, so that makes perfect sense for us to do so. What are your plans coming up in the next weeks or week in FC?
I will continue to do some of the live tournaments because it's nice and relaxing. I will grind probably just my 5 Rivals wins. Hopefully, I won't take too long. I won't do champs, don't have time. We've got a lot going on tonight, football tomorrow, international football later on, and so on and so forth. So that's Saturday out. Sunday, I can't be bothered with champs on a Sunday. So yeah, I'll continue to play FC, but I won't be playing it to a super focused level. What about yourself, John?
Well, I never thought I'd say the words, but I'll continue playing some squad battles. But I mostly, if I'm quite honest, will be preparing for event in Crete. It's 4 weeks out as we are recording this. And 4 weeks sounds a long time, but if you're actually trying to organize an event and doing excursions and getting people on board and making sure you get hardware shipped over to actually do shows there, because we will do for our Patreon, of course, patreon.com/FUT IN. We will do like daily vlogs. Could be at the side of the pool, could be at the bar, could be on top of a mountain. We don't know yet, but we'll do daily vlogs talking about what we are doing there and showing everything. We are playing games, which will be broadcasting a lot. We are doing the dad jokes with shots. That's going to be fun, John.
My face does not say that's fun, but yes,
I'm definitely looking forward to that event. We are doing 2 FC tournaments. We are doing a mini tournament, which is probably going to be 2 versus 2, and we're going to do a big tournament, which is going to be 1 versus 1 in a league format, and then into knockout. So that's going to be very exciting to see. There's a lot of people coming. So we're going to broadcast all that, but that's something I got to make sure that's all prepared and all
logistics
dialed in before we get there. So that's going to be my priority for the coming weeks, but definitely going to be practicing squad battles. I just wish, when we play those tournaments, these are the 95 modes, right?
Yes.
I just wish we could play I booted up seasons today, checking if I could do find a team and just play some seasons to practice, because I don't think that's that fast paced as FUT is currently, and maybe not as dire opposition when I start trying that.
Yeah.
But you can't do 95 online when you don't invite someone. So you just have the regular teams. So basically, you see PSG, Real Madrid, and Liverpool.
That's all you will see, yeah.
Barcelona. And Barcelona, yeah. I saw Bayern Munich, by the way, but that's about it, right? And I don't want to play any of those teams when we play the 95 modes in Crete. So,
but to be fair, John, I did when I did it, because the 95 mode, the playstyles are the same playstyles. So who has playstyles at 86, 87? Sure. So not everybody. Graham will play Inter Milan. You'll play Feyenoord. I'll play PSG.
I will probably do that as well this year, though, with my handicap. But
giving out my tips and tricks here now for the Cretan.
Yeah, I was thinking there's a couple of things which are I'm missing that to play online 95 mode. What could be really nice, I was considering, is playing Rush with 2 versus 2, for example. There's just no option to do that. Of course, you play it in FUT, but that's it. You can't play an offline Rush. I think pro clubs could be very cool for those tournament days, but unfortunately, there's just no option to do that offline, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of potential, I think, to make FC a sort of party game / competitive offline game to play at events like this. But it's just not allowed. You just can't do it.
So we are basically going classic match 95 and off we go.
Yeah, there aren't any options, I think, to do something else. I think that's a shame. There's definitely potential in that, because we've seen. Last thing I'm going to say about that, though, this week, we might do a show about this. We've seen viewership drop. We see players dropped off. We've seen content creators this week saying I'm stopping because I'm just not having fun anymore. I think modes like this, I saw, was it AA9 Skills that said I'm playing career mode because that's what I like. And I think getting a little bit more focus on these modes outside of FUT or on online experiences, or making Rush more fun, making it more diverse to have just to play without thinking about rewards or upselling in this game, could benefit the game in long term much more, because in the end we're still paying a lot of money to actually just play the game. And I think they just they take it a little bit too less serious, because there's a lot of longevity in this game. or potential for it, I should maybe say.
Yeah. But to be fair, we're in a bubble at the minute. The horse is bolted and yada yada. But people just want rewards and upgrades. Literally just playing with your mate doesn't really happen that much anymore.
No, and that's
but
not
that is the online world though. Because before you and your mate would sit there in your sitting room or your mate's bedroom and you'd be like, let's go, I'm going to be, and you would just have fun for the sake of playing a game and winning.
Yeah. I think we'll need to do a separate show about that, because I think there's a lot of things going on now where there's potential for EA to make money and there's potential for players to just enjoy playing. But I don't think FUT is the mode for that anymore.
No.
There's more. But we'll go into more details later on that. If you like the show, drop a subscription on YouTube or Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It is completely free and it is very much appreciated. What's also very much appreciated is if you leave us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcast. You just drop the 5, click the fifth star and just put in, thanks guys. And if you want to get in touch, you can always get in touch through futinreview.com, or you can just go to Spotify, listen to a show if you're now listening or watching the show on Spotify, and just drop us a comment there. I'll get instant notification. And most of the times when I'm not asleep, and I'm not sleeping that much, I should be able to reply pretty fast as well on that. So thank you to our friends on Spotify to enabling that. And because that's one of future I'm thoroughly enjoying. And hot from the press, we are currently in talks with Apple Podcast to bring the video version of this show to that platform as well. And
fantastic.
There is not a date confirmed yet, but we got confirmation that we are getting it. And there will be one of the shows getting it ASAP. And I'm expecting that to come in the next month. Because if you're on Spotify, you can always watch it as well, and on YouTube, of course. And you can still listen to it. We'll always make sure this show is very much as audio only as it was if you watch the YouTube version, right? But yeah, you want to see John's beautiful face. That can soon be possible on.
I don't look my age. That's all I'm going to say. I do not look my age.
You did hold your tummy when you said that, though. John, thank you so much. I hope to see you in a couple of weeks in the beautiful sunshine in Crete. But for now, that leaves us with one thing left to do, and that is to
drop it.
Drop it.
F-U.
T.
F-U.
T.
F-U.
T.
F-U.
T.
T. Interview. F-U.
T.
F-U.